Peace and love, everybody. Salute. Salute to all the good people. Now, I figured I'd come by and just touch upon this because I found it to be absolutely ridiculous and preposterous in every possible way imaginable. And I wanted to shed light on it, particularly because I wanted to illuminate the fact that, this type of stuff can't slide. And I think that the larger boxing public can agree with it. That's why there hasn't really been so large an outcry surrounding it, because I suspect that people caught wind of the folly that was attached to it and, kind of quickly saw that none of this felt legitimized, as it was being put out there. So nobody really caught on to it heavily. And I'm actually quite glad about that because, it's a charade and quite a cheap one at that. Now, I'm sure that you guys have, been privy to this already with the final presser for Keyshawn Davis and Dennis Baranchik for their fight coming up tomorrow. Okay. Now, at this presser that they had yesterday in New York City, I can't say that there was anything notable about the presser, except for the moment when Keyshawn stated, that he had somehow mysteriously received a box that was delivered to his room. Okay. He said that the box contained watermelon and bananas. Okay. That's what was, inside of this box that was delivered to his room. Watermelon and some bananas. And the way that it was stated in the presser was, everything was awkward surrounding this. Okay. Because he looked like he wanted to get fired up, but nobody was quite supportive on his own side, that is from his team. Nobody was supportive. Nobody was, saying, like, backing him up. Like, how people would when, they feel disrespected and they're with their team and their team is repping for that person. Like, yeah, you ain't going to be disrespecting my boy. We don't play that over here. None of that was on site. Okay. It was just Keyshawn looking like he was trying to gear himself up, to look like he's as hyped as possible. But no gasoline was available. Okay. He was just an unlit match. Okay. That's what he looked like to me. Like, somebody please light this fire. Light this fire, y'all. Hold on. Let me get it in my belly. Let me rouse this feeling up. Okay. No goddamn gasoline was found. Okay. And no fire was lit. So he was just left there, sitting on that seat with the eyes bucking as big as he could get them to look like he had some severity in how he was feeling. But it was no follow through, you guys. Okay. It was a mess. He's talking to Baranchik. He's like, you know what? And the box was sent a watermelon. You know what I mean? And within that, it also contained some bananas. All right. And what I got from that was like, that was racist. You know what I'm saying? So I took that as disrespectful. All right. So this is Keyshawn really trying to lay it in there. Okay. He's trying to put the weight on, how wrong this is. You know what I'm saying? You trying to come at me racially? Is that what that box was sent for? You know what I'm saying? I wasn't catching it, y'all. The wave was missed. Okay. We done missed that wave. That wave done came and went. You know what I'm saying? Quite honestly, it was awkward as hell. And, I think that people in the audience that were, looking on were just wondering what the hell, that means and how can that be substantiated? Okay, motherfuckers needed clarification on what was happening in that audience, and so did I. I needed clarification as well because I didn't know what the hell. What are you talking about, Keyshawn? A box of goddamn bananas? What are we doing? It was very awkward, you guys. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I feel this is racist. I feel like it's unprofessional, and you just took it up a notch. You know what I'm saying? Things got personal. These are the things that Keyshawn is saying. And he was basically also adding that he is going to beat the shit out of goddamn Baranchik. Pretty much, like, I'm gonna make you pay for it in the ring, right? And then there was a moment where Keyshawn wanted an explanation from Baranchik and Baranchik's translator, right? But no explanation was given from that side. Okay, in fact, they deflected and they told Keyshawn to focus on making weight. Right. So they completely evaded the topic as a whole, didn't want to get into it, didn't want to touch it or even bat an eye at it for a moment. And that, stance The audience seemed displeased with the response because, of course, they want to know if this is true. No response was given from Baranchik. His translator was, had no explanation. I don't know who that guy is, if that's his coach or his promoter, but the dude next to him, you know what I'm saying? It was strange. And then all of a sudden, no further weight was placed on the subject at all. It was just completely sidestepped at that point, right? By Team Baranchik. They didn't even, want to discuss it. It was just Keyshawn, basically calling him out and telling him, well, I'm going to beat you up in that ring. I'm going to make you pay for it in that ring. And he was, continuing to, try to incite that energy and I guess get the message sent out that, you don't play with me like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't be sending me no box of goddamn watermelons from Whole Foods. You feel? So it's just, it was odd. Now, I do have some views, of course, that I will divulge with you right now. Firstly, you guys, okay. The first thing that came to my mind was, what kind of half-assed publicity stunt is this? What kind of cheap trick is this, you guys? How convenient. Ain't that convenient? 2 days before a fight that nobody has been talking about since its announcement about a month and a half or so ago. Nobody been talking about it, okay? A fight that not a single word has been thrown into the wind about. Not a single concern whatever surrounding this fight. Yet now, all of a sudden, a random happening occurs. A happening that, has the tinge of something, controversially charged around it, right? Something potentially controversial all of a sudden, 2 days before the fight. After damn near 2 months with not a word about it at all. And this controversial thing happens to be surrounding the theme of racism. Will you look at that? Won't y'all look at that? Get a look at this, y'all. How goddamn convenient, right? Couldn't be more on time if I said so myself. What do we have here, y'all? Oh, my word. A racist gift basket from Whole Foods? Not a damn racist Trader Joe's fruit basket, you guys. Hand-delivered to my hotel room? Ooh, child. Did somebody fry up some chicken too? I hope they put some cornbread on the side, y'all. The fuck? I mean, you guys. Miss me with the damn nonsense, you guys. Okay? Tell them to miss us all the way with the nonsense, with the cheap attempt. To try to galvanize and rouse and excite, some type of attention around this type of folly, okay? They know what the hell time it is. Nobody is talking about this fight. Nobody has been talking about this fight. And because nobody damn cares about it, real talk. And that's Top Rank's goddamn fault. You know what I'm saying? They had, 2 months to hash this out as far as how they wanted the marketing to be handled. Interviews done, making sure that Keyshawn and Baranchik get on platforms that people are interested in. You know what I'm saying? Nothing of the sort was done. You know what I mean? What do these people take me for? What do they take us for? Okay? This is the best that they can come up with for a marketing, strategy around getting people looking into this fight. You know what I'm saying? After nearly 2 months to promote. This is the best you can do? It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Now, a day or so removed from the fight, somebody's bright idea was to mock black boxing fans. What a cheap trick. Straight out of a goddamn Bugs Bunny cartoon. The hell is going on here? The funny thing is that I do not at all feel slighted by the lifeless gesture. I instead feel slighted by the lack of goddamn creativity. That's what I feel slighted by, okay? Not the old racist tropes that you try to throw in with the watermelon and all of that. You know what I'm saying? What I find disgraceful here is that there was no brain power whatsoever. There was no thought. There was no intelligence behind a charade that you tried to pull over. At least be creative about it. And the note that was attached to it looked like it was written by somebody's second grader or something like that. Did you guys see the note that was supposedly sent along with this box, right? It says, here's a snack for all those height jumps. But I guess they meant high jumps. Then it says, stay energized, business but it was cut off, right? So I guess they were alluding to trying to say woman instead of calling him businessman. They were referring to him as a businesswoman. That's what the note read. Imbecilic. That's the only word that I could really deem this. Now, another thought that came to mind upon seeing this was, I have no sympathy whatsoever, even if this were, sent with some type of real intention behind it, aside from the charade of a publicity stunt, right? Now, I feel this way because, wasn't Keyshawn the one that was nowhere to be found? Crying about racism or crying, this is wrong, unprofessional, and racists, right? Where was he when Devin Haney's scandal was at the peak and precipice of the media scandal? Where was Keyshawn? Do you guys remember where he was during that time? Last May, June, July? Do we remember where Keyshawn was, you guys? When Devin Haney was essentially being taunted by closeted racists all across social media, okay? Keyshawn was nowhere to be found when Ryan Garcia went on his blatant and unapologetic racist tirade, okay? When he was telling the world, telling everybody that he hates, quote unquote, niggas and Muslims, okay? And when he was telling the world also that he wanted to join the Klan, dig up George Floyd and kill him for a second time. Where was Keyshawn then? In fact, Keyshawn and Shakur Stevenson thought that the world was being too hard on little old racist Riri at that particular time. You guys remember, because I covered that, and a lot of us real ones out here did it. We shed absolute light on that nonsense. They thought everybody was being too hard on little old Riri, right? In fact, they saw fit to jump on an Instagram live with him, where they sat and cajoled Ryan Garcia with loving words, doting words of support and comfort for him, okay? And told him how wonderful it would be, how great it would be to make a fight with him, right? Keyshawn and Cor Stevenson sat in front of that man who had just said that he hates them and the people that they come from. And they sat with their smiles and just a smiling. Okay, all they was missing was some goddamn bow ties and white gloves. Yes, sir, yes. We know you ain't talking to us. You talking to them people, but you ain't talking to us. That's exactly how they would sit in front of Ryan Garcia on that damn Instagram Live. Just a shucking and a goddamn jiving. This is what Keyshawn was doing, okay? In the midst of a real racially charged scandal. There were no cries of racism then, when he could have used his voice to back his brother, who was actually going through it. Okay? Neither Keyshawn nor Shakur Stevenson had any qualm with what was taking place whatsoever. Okay? No energy, no uneasiness, whatever, when it came to another black man being berated by that boxing public, intentionally castigated by the very boxing public that he is standing within, and shunned, essentially, by a slew of racists who, for whatever twisted, sick reason, felt vindicated by seeing a black fighter's esteem and acclaim soiled by a non-black man, which was Ryan Garcia. Okay? This is Keyshawn. That's what he was doing amid a racially charged scandal last year. He was hand in hand with everyone else who was silent around that particular matter. In fact, getting on camera only to smile and cajole and show a level of congeniality to a man who just uttered the most disgusting, vile, racist things that you could say. And for what reason? Where was the weight and the severity then from Keyshawn? Where was the smoke and the sense of justice against racist gestures? Where was that then? So you mad at your little old box of watermelon? Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Where's all that open-mindedness, Keyshawn? Why are you not bringing that same cosseting perspective to this situation? With your Whole Foods gift basket. Where's your open mind here? Where is your leniency? Where did it go? What happened to that open-mindedness? That, perhaps Baranchik didn't mean what he did, right? What happened to the open mind that you so lovingly extended to Ryan Garcia? Why aren't you extending the same unabashed benefit of the doubt to Baranchik and the team of Baranchik? You told everybody to live and let live when it came to Ryan Garcia's racist rants, right? So let's live and let love rule now, Keyshawn. Nah, hold that. You're going to settle it in the ring, as you said you would. I'm rocking with you. Hopefully you get the W. Go ahead and get your, do your thing. I'm not, ain't no beef over here. Go ahead and get your W, settle in the ring, and do what you got to do. And then afterwards, go and do what I know you will do, which is act like absolutely nothing ever happened. Just the way you did with Devin. And for the record, should anything like this happen again to Mr. Businessman Keyshawn Davis, he'll be all right. After all, maybe they didn't mean it. That's it for me, y'all. I'm on to the next. Peace.